Dear community members, Shabbat Shalom. We're now Erev Shabbat Kodesh Parashat Balak, and on Sunday is Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, starting the 3 weeks. These days are days of Cheshbon Nefesh. In our Parsha, we see a big gap between the beginning, and actually the majority of the Parsha, and the end of the Parsha. Beginning of the Parsha, we hear great things about Am Yisrael from Bilam. What a great nation we are. But then, at the end of the Parsha, there is a big sin of Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael falls. We were wondering how come. Actually, later on in the Torah, we learn that the people of Israel, at the end of the Parsha, when they did the sin with the girls of Midian, it was because due to an advice that Bilam gave the Midian people to tempt the Jewish people. So we find out later that actually it was a plot, it was actually a whole plan of Bilam how to trap the people of Israel. Well, why didn't the Torah present this to begin with? Rabbi Sachs answers that actually the Torah intentionally didn't mention that, and we are just reading our Parsha, wondering and being extremely surprised how out of nowhere this great people of Am Yisrael, we hear that they're sinning so badly. Actually, it's done intentionally because it doesn't want to remove from us the responsibility. Yes, Bilam had a plan. Yes, the people of Israel were tempted in a well-organized plan. And yet still, that doesn't remove the responsibility from the people of Israel. The people of Israel failed. The people of Israel are responsible. They should have protected themselves from themselves. And unfortunately, as we read at the end of the Parsha, they sinned, and only Pinchas with his kanot stopped the plague that started then. The message that we should learn from here, and as I said, entering the 3 weeks, is that, of course, there are all kinds of circumstances and contexts, and when a judge, and definitely HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Kel Rachum B'Chanan, when he judges us, he has mercy. And yet still, we should always make our Cheshbon Nefesh, and wherever the circumstances are, it is in our hands. We have the freedom of choice, and we're responsible for our choices. Therefore, check ourselves and fix ourselves. Shabbat Shalom.